Hello Gemini, kia ora koutou katoa, welcome to my YouTube channel. First of all, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel and on my Facebook page. So if you've come across my videos on Facebook, so I'm just going to shuffle in the cards straight away, the tarot deck that is, because yeah, the energy is just really wanting to get moving. So with you Gemini, so now I'm a lot better than, well, feeling a lot better than what I was last week. So just the last little niggly bits of cold and of a cough rather, and that's it really. But so you may be going through a processing yourself of some sort, Gemini, and maybe coming to the end of something. Some of you will be coming, you know, beginning something new actually, because we are in a full moon today. Today is the 4th of August 2020. So yesterday, depending on which part of the world you're in, was probably yesterday the 3rd of August. The moon obviously was very full here as well, but apparently today in New Zealand, it's, you know, at its height. I can't remember, I'm not sure exactly which time or what the time is where it's at its peak, but let me see. I've got one laptop here. So okay, let me see, where are we? 4:44 a.m. this morning. No, that was on the, that's the 12th, sorry, that's the third quarter. So actually it's 3:58 a.m. this morning. Okay, it was at its peak. So interesting, because I'm drawn to 4:44. That is when the third quarter is a.m. in the morning. Cool. And then we have our new moon on the 19th of August. And then the 26th of August, it's at in the first quarter. Okay, cool. I don't know why I'm telling you all that, but it's like I'm just going to go with the flow and see, and you know, and hopefully that will resonate with you. But I feel like actually I'm saying that spirit, and you know, our star sign is trying to tell us, because I'm a Gemini too, is trying to tell us, like, being mindful of the energy as in the moon cycles, or the influences and how the moon or energy works, you know, with us. So, and not with anybody else, but with you. So you can identify where your mood flows are, and you know, all that sort of thing, as far as emotions and your feelings and whatnot. And you know, because you know, and with your, for you women out there, with your monthlies, your moon cycle, as some people call it, going through the moon cycles, but you know, and that sort of thing, so you can better understand how you work. And therefore, that creates more of an awareness within you, so you can, you know, pretty much keep on top of things, you know, with, you know, and gives you a better understanding of you and how you tick and talk, you know, rather than how, I suppose, the society deem you to tick and talk. You know what I mean? So it's really like taking notice of, this is really getting back to who you are. So this week is going to be really different. So I'm planning on getting all the energy, the readings done this week and the next few weeks, like really quickly, like shorter span of times. And that, so we'll see how we go, because Spirit always have a lot to say, like they are now. So I just want to also go back to my intro, is to say thank you to everybody again. If you haven't subscribed, I take this opportunity to invite you to do that now, and or followed my followed and liked or liked my Facebook page. Okay, so just a reminder, these reads are general reads. They may or may not resonate with you. If they do, wonderful. If they don't, then just take what does and leave what doesn't. It still may be unfolding. Okay, so the other thing is, check out what your other signs are. If you don't know what they check out what your other signs are saying. Okay, because it could bring it together for you. Okay, in a more comprehensive read, where it more focuses on your emotions and your love life and your and your soul energy, as well as, you know, your general energy of who you are, your personality basically. So and so that means this reading is for Gemini, whether you're watching for your sun sign, sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs. It's up to, you know, go from there. So sun, personality, rising is soul, moon is your sun, moon, rising. Moon is your emotions, and obviously Venus is around the love side, okay, of things. Just to give you like a general idea of kind of what I mean by that. Okay, so anyway, so we're going to be using the tarot today, my trusty tarot deck, and there's another one coming. I just haven't got that one yet. I've come across it. So first of all, out the gate is the Page of Swords. So, you know, there's something new, that's a new beginning. So he brings in new beginnings of mental activity. So you've probably, I would say, with this full moon, or this, yeah, for this full moon, and maybe coming up to it, have figured out something. So some of you may be in resistance of some of the information, or not, you know, that you've received within like spirit form, or just in general, where you've come to some conclusion and actually how that could be. So it's like, I feel like this, and I feel like that might have been in the last couple of days, last couple of weeks or something like that, that has come up. So, but there's a new, but with your understanding and within yourself about the situation, or about how you're thinking and feeling about this particular situation, and some of you it will be more, and a few more other things. It will probably, it's like this full moon phase here will probably push it right out for you, so you can get a better understanding. So what they're saying is, like, I'm hearing some of you is maybe in resistance. Well, probably it was like, what the hell? And some of you is like, okay. So it's not for all of you, it's not going to be something like in a negative way. Some of you it's going to be, when I say negative, it's going to be in a really upsetting way. Some of you that's going to be more, you're probably feeling a little bit like miffed about it, but not, you know, fully upset. And some of you has been like, oh, I've never thought of it that way, depending on where you are with whatever it is that you're going through. So anyway, the Page of, you know, the Page of Swords brings that through, this new mental clarity. So working with him to help you push that out, because the thing is, and when you get there, you'll start to feel that, you know, there's a lot more clarity around things. So this, you know, the sun comes out basically, and there's a little bit more light on the subject, is where I'm going with that. So, and the sun is about, you know, joy, optimism, clarity, and vision. So I'm hearing like that this Page of Swords will bring it about a lot more clarity of it. So don't fight him. Don't fight it. Just go with the flow of it and see what unfolds, and, you know, and process what unfolds, what comes up for you mentally and emotionally in that sense, and what your thoughts are. But it's also being mindful about, you know, controlling it in a healthy way. Well, you know what I mean when I say controlling. It's like being mindful about what it is, and that you are in control of your mind about, you know, how you're going to react to yourself and to others, okay? Because at the end of the day, it comes back to what Spirit are talking about here is, it comes back to, you know, how you respond is like, what will it do to you? Will it make you feel worse than what you already feel? Or will it make it feel better than what you already feel? Okay? Whether, you know, will it heighten the, you know, it's about looking at it and judging it from that way, and how you respond. So, because sometimes when we respond, we end up hurting ourselves more than what we already have, or we end up, you know, being in an okay space, and we kind of, you know, maybe our mind wants to go and say this or do this, but we don't, or we do, or whatever it is. So it's about like balancing, find that balance, find that neutral ground, and actually what is for my highest good, okay? What is for my highest good? How is the best way for me to respond or react, you know, with whatever is going on with you. Okay, but whatever it is, you know, the Swords brings up, this Page of Swords brings out something, whoever that messenger is, brings out something to bring a little bit more clarity to whatever is going on, a bit more, and therefore with that clarity, there's a lot more light, bright light, okay, as to the future and where you want to go and how you want to do, and a bit more joy and optimism, you could say, okay. Along with that, then we have the moon, which is in reverse. So which is interesting. We talk about the moon because so these 3 cards come out. So they've pretty much given me 3 lots of cards, or 4 lots, one for each week. So it's not to say this is going to unfold in this order. So it may, you know, be a little bit jiggled around and blend in. Some of you, it may actually unfold in exactly this order. So just be mindful of that. But then this moon card comes out and it's in reverse as well. So there's something there. And I don't feel like it's more like resistance. Some of you may be resisting and like what has just been said and what and this influence and not looking at it. But I just feel it's like maybe I feel like some of you are not maybe acknowledging it, or the other thing is that at the moment maybe not understanding it. But I feel like the moon card coming in is just asking you to, you know, tap into her beautiful energy, into that goddess energy, or even the God energy, because there is the masculine and the feminine, and bringing together some sort of understanding for you and how that feels and what that means to you. That balance, and you know, where you're able to wear both hats, because there's something to do with fluctuation and confusion with the moon, okay, which is what the moon does. It like brings in, you know, all this energy, and with different planets that are lining up. So they're talking about that to, you know, which is drawing it back to you, is to understanding you and how energy influences you, how you are influenced by energy. And around you and within you, you know, what it is, you know, a contact around you. But that moon energy is obviously a really, really big one for you, because it's come out, and a turning point for you that will help you to understand and, you know, get a bit more knowledge as well about how you roll. And this, because the sun is there, those 3 cards, these 3 up there, you know, will help with that too. So that's where I'm kind of feeling like the masculine and the feminine there are coming in to help you understand those sides of you. Cool. And learning how, so you can learn how to create together, get that balance, that flow, or get a nice flow between the 2 of you, those 2 parts of you, and in the center, because I'm seeing that infinity sign. And there was a lady that I watched the other day who had a beautiful way of explaining it. So there's a similar thing there where I'm kind of like going, which is interesting because Spirit will show you things, and like they show me, and it was a really nice way of explaining it but with something else. So there's the masculine and the feminine with the infinity sign, and it's a cycle, as you know, that's forever flowing. But it's on, you know, and they're just showing me, you know, the masculine and the feminine and how they can blend together, or they flow around, and then when they meet at that point is where creation is made. Okay. I think that's all I need to say, because it's just stopped there. And I feel like they're going to leave that for you to get your head around from there. But then it kind of comes, and then they're moving into, also for some of you, there is something around the Pentacles, because about learning new skills. Okay, so it's not just about the money side of things. The Pentacles is about, you know, career, finance, and all that sort of thing. But it's all about, you know, our self-image and that sort of as well, and going in there. And how we create, shape, and transform, grow our self-esteem and all that sort of thing in that way, which is kind of brings me back to this moon thing and understanding the cycles there. So there are some new skills to be learned with the moon cycles energy as well. And, you know, and it's like, and how we can create our dreams as well. So there's a 2-way, 3-way message going on there with this moon cycle. So utilize the moon's energy and understand, you know, your energy when you're in a good mood, and how the, you know, about, and to run with it. You know, when you feel like you want to be active or proactive with building projects and putting yourself out there, you know, booking a holiday week or something, like a weekend away or whatever it is, or planning to build a course, a business, and that sort of thing. I'm just writing down a note actually. So it may be that there's something there that that comes up, like just happened here, to write a note down, and so you can come back to it. So that kind of, I kind of felt I went off track there, but it's not. It's actually part of it. So you may feel okay, you may feel like you're going off track, but it's like, I do feel like you're not. It's like something that is coming that's on the side there, that comes, some information comes to you, and you bring it's just there for now, and you need to bring it together a little bit. It'll make sense to you more later. Okay, so anyway, and with that, lastly, the Seven of Cups. So therefore is, you know, I'm feeling like that, you know, with this is, you know, it's about daydreams and that sort of thing. So it'll help you, because there's a part of it there where this will help you to achieve or get off your butt and start to do something and create things, or allow yourself, for some of you, to be able to dream about it, but and not just making those dreams, dream it, but create it, do it, move forward to it. Okay, and then we have the next lot of cards. Okay, and they're all in reverse. Okay, and these are the Five of Pentacles, with the loss of wealth or faith, and the Devil. Okay, the power and energy imprisoned is with the Devil. The Five of Pentacles is the loss of wealth or faith, and then we have the King of Pentacles, security and and stability. And what I'm getting from that is, you know, with all these three cards coming out, the story there that is telling me, because the Devil is in the middle of all that came when it came out, is that and I'm turning it up in the right, correct way to show you, rather than having it upside down. But they're all in reverse. So there may be some resistance in you, or some something that you're waiting for, some information that you're waiting for, because I'm going back to this, you know, about to get moving with something, and I feel like something comes to you. But apart, some of you, there may be a little bit of, you know, that unknowingness, and some of you it will be resistance, and some of it will be there's some processing that's being that you're going through, that it's kind of feeling like a block, where you haven't got all the information yet. But it's like with these here, there's something coming out. I feel like this whole today, you know, with everything that's coming up for this, you know, last couple of weeks and last couple of days, the last week, but even the last couple of years, it may be even longer than that, where you've been, you know, and you've been tootling along, getting on all right, but it's like there's been a bigger picture, a bigger something at the back underneath it, and it's coming now. Okay, there's something coming now where you know, because that loss of wealth of faith, there's a better understanding about finances, money, your relationship with money, wealth, and well-being, and it's not just with the financial side, but that's a big part of it, I feel, for some of you, and for those of you that understand that. But it also, but that ripple out effect and how it affects everybody else. But then it's been you know, the devil is, there is something within us that stops us from doing it, or there's trickery or something like that. But it's more like the power and energy and within you, that's, you know, that we hold ourselves, bound ourselves in chains. And it's interesting where there is, you know, the male and the female part of you there underneath the devil, you know, that energy there. So it's like there's a part of you that's in a way being tricking yourself, and it's imprisoning yourself with that. And that balancing and finding that energy to bring both of those parts of you together, to work in unison, basically, so you can achieve that King of Pentacles you know, status, that place, that being of where you really want to be. Okay, financially, in all areas of your life, really, because it needs to be balanced, because that's what they're talking about. It's not just you know, the earth, you know, the air, the fire side of us, and the water. Everything needs to be, you know, in a really nice, come together and move fluidly, basically. Okay, so anyway, that's pretty much the gist of it for this week, Gemini. But I do have an Earth Oracle, Sacred Earth Oracle card that wants to come out. Okay, now this one flipped over, but I'm going to go for her because she's got, it's come up core again. And I think this card came up last week for us as well. Core, it's going back to the core of one of the signs. I'm pretty sure of actually 3 or 4. Going back to that core part of us here, that core with that energy, and that like look where she's holding her hands, and that solar plexus. But I'm also connecting the base and the root, and the sacral chakra, and there it's kind of like all meeting in here. But I feel like that's kind of like the meeting place, because if you look at the heart chakra place where it's also an orangey red there as well. So it's kind of like, what I'm feeling, Spirit, is like blending. Is like I said with the, or like what had come up with the sign, there's the energy is meeting and blending and moving to this point of creation now, where it's bringing about a new understanding or some more knowledge about you and how you move and maneuver in your life. Okay, so let me put that there, and the next card underneath that is patterns. So it's something about patterns, the core, breaking patterns. Okay, and patterns, identify. Oh my God. And the next card underneath that I want to go to is influence. Okay, it's really, and that's got to do with the moon cycles. Beautiful. And cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there for you now, beautiful Geminians, and we shall see you next week. And we're my guides and myself, of course, we're all going to leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, and adventure. God bless you all. Until next week, we will see you next Monday. So I just want to also say I apologize. I'm a little bit late, and I've just, like this is Tuesday when I'm recording this, and it's kind of feels right on saying that, but it's like, so you probably, if you were looking for it yesterday, I do apologize for it being a bit late. Okay, anyway, bye for now.